There's another one I was looking to buy now, which, keeps yo-yoing on the market on and off, but that would be awesome. That would have another 300, 400 grand of turnover. I want to invoice £100,000 a month. At that point, I know myself, I will say, cool, I think we're going to stabilize now. I've had quite a few clients lately just arguing terms. It's like it's argument season. Is everyone in their argumentative era? Stop bothering me with bullshit. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Cleaning Chronicles. I didn't do an episode last week, not because I'm undisciplined, right? Because I had a stomach bug and knocked me out up all night, and also I vomited. I vomited since Freshers, since I was on the P2P bus in North Carolina. That wasn't Freshers, second year actually, when I was studying abroad, and I was on the party bus home and I puked. That was the last time that I puked that I remember. I don't really tend to puke. So that was quite fun. Not really, I'm still recovering from that. Managed to eat more than just bread today. That was a good couple of days ago. And I'm out of bed and things like that. But my God, the dehydration, the way it makes you feel, the headaches, the muscle aches, the just being away. Oh, honestly, crazy. So that's why I wasn't here, because I don't know why I got it. People in my family got it as well. So as they say, something's going around at the moment, isn't it? So I've had lots of consulting calls in between that as well. Lots of people booking in from my Instagram story. So I do like paid one-off consultation calls. So if people just have a bunch of questions, they're stuck on something, they want to review a deal, they want to review a funding option, they want to talk through a refurb, they want to talk through this M&A thing they're looking at, anything, you can pay for my time, pay to play people, basically OnlyFans, minus, I'm not giving money to the idea of killing innocent kids like the founder of OnlyFans is. So there we go. Also my mastermind is coming up soon, date is TBC. But if you're interested, please click the link in bio. This is my first in-person mastermind. It's going to be awesome. So what's happened in the last week or so? Well, no new clients. We have been settling in, bedding in new cleaners because we've hired a lot because we've been replacing. We've also taken on 3 or 4 contracts the weeks prior. So we've been settling them in. I'm doing an audit this week as well. I'm doing a random spot check audit on these sites. I'm not necessarily telling the team this either. So that will be good for me to check, well, is my ops manager doing what they should do, and has my sales manager then sold the right number of hours? Is the client as they say? That it's just good, I think, as the owner, especially because we are small enough that I can do this, whereas a lot of cleaning companies, well, not a lot, but quite a few are so big that you never ever see the owner. That's crazy. There's like 7 layers to the owner. So it'd be quite nice to go in and just touch base. And I've said it so many times and it's annoying because I'd rather just sit home and ask, but the more that clients, customers see you and understand who you are, it just builds a better relationship. Things get paid on time. They're more likely to help you. They're more likely to sort of, want to chat and understand. And, I'm not very good at like having small talk and then really like dropping things in like, oh, I did this, have you done? But I do that a lot more now with clients because I know there's a massive benefit, remembering their kids' names, telling them what I was doing on the weekend or this, telling them about the Porsche, whatever. Like, it works. And so we've been getting those bedded in. I've had quite a few clients lately just arguing terms. It's like it's argument season. Is everyone in their fucking argumentative era? Because, like, fuck off. Stop bothering me with bullshit. So anyways, good thing we have a very strong contract, which if it just turns out it's not strong on certain elements, I will edit it, and my mentees obviously get copies of this contract relevant to their business. Because the amount of times I've been saved by a bit of paper, the employment tribunal one is, just continuing, and that's going to be seen in like a year and a half. So cool, we'll deal with that, Karen, when it comes to it. And then the other potential tribunal was avoided because I settled. Me, can you believe me? The one who beefs everything and everyone. I settled because it was much cheaper at £750 to settle than what would have potentially been a liability of thousands of pounds. But maybe not. At least in legal fees. I do have insurance, but and it would have taken a year or whatever. So actually, for me, the employee was better off because they needed money now. And we was like, well, look, you want to take it to tribunal? Go ahead. I can't stop you. I can't control you. But you do realize, and ACAS have told you that it is going to be a year plus. So we settled, which was awesome. Good to get that off my chest. And that was from a third cleaning business I bought, which didn't go very well. There's another one I was looking to buy now, which, keeps yo-yoing on the market on and off. Sellers sort of having various issues with stuff. Can't talk about too much, but that would be awesome. That would have another 300, 400 grand of turnover. Essentially my next acquisition might be my last in the industry. I think I'll do one more acquisition at a good couple of 100 grand, or acquire in a niche, window cleaning, gutter cleaning, whatever, and then just carry on organically. I love M&A, but I think it's time that I just stop using profits to pay off the clouds are really pretty today, business purchases, and I just start taking in the profit and buying more cars and stupid shit, and I could do with a Rolex. Like, you know, Samsung watch is nice, but I could do the Rolex. So I think that's what I'm gonna do, is have one more and then just go organically, because yeah, organically is nice. You know, there's no cost of entry as such, and I really want to win some bids and tenders, and I want to focus time on that. So yeah, otherwise, a few other things in the pipeline, nothing sort of too much there. Like, nothing, anyways, you know what I'm saying. That's kind of been happening, bit of admin, but however, our hiring, as I said, got a bit quieter, and so I've been less busy. We are now hiring for cover cleaner in Northampton area to cover one of our cleaners who covers quite a few sites. So she's on holiday. So that's a bit of pain in the arse. We tend to do well in certain areas in terms of hiring people, so should be okay. But you really feel the squeeze when a senior cleaner like this goes on holiday. Even if it's just for 2 weeks, you're like... And this is also why I like to have more cleaners across the business, as opposed to having one, you pay less national insurance because they have lower salaries, obviously. Fuck you, Rachel Reed, got the stupid haircut, and the UK government. And two, it spreads the risk. Because it's like, well, if you're on holiday, okay, I've got one site to replace, that's cool. Which is not always good, because it's sometimes harder to find cleaners for smaller sites. Basically, either way, you're fucked. You just have to deal with, the fucking, you know, and just deal with, you know, how are we gonna do this? There's always gonna be problems, always gonna be difficulties. It's just, you know, how are we going to sort this, essentially? That's all it is, you know what I mean, people? And I've kind of been thinking about the bigger picture, and I do want to get into the automotive business in one way, and I've got a really good idea for that. However, it is still too early for that. You know, I really want the cleaning business to consistently be hitting that 85, 90. To be fair, what I want is 100,000 a month. And I know everyone's, oh, I want 100, get to 100. Ooh, I can do the 110, I can do... No, I want to invoice £100,000 a month. And at that point, I know myself, I will say, cool, I think we're going to stabilize now. I'm going to really work on the staff. So really, we're doing this at the moment, but at that point, I'm really then going to not be looking at growth. I'm going to be looking at, you know, a couple of % every year to replace major clients, maybe one or two tenders a year. And then we're going to maintain, because in this upcoming budget, we're going to get even more on the backside. And, you know, I just know, like, I'm not interested in doing more to earn less. You know, no one is government, no one is, apart from, you know, oh, if you're going to be on benefits, you fuck all, getting paid more than people who work. You know, if you're on benefits, right, and you're scamming it, which a lot of people are, the highest level, you get paid more than post-tax, more than, like, the average UK salary post-tax, some shit like that. People blame immigrants, yeah? Don't blame them, you know, don't blame billionaires, don't blame the people in power, blame immigrants. If people marched and mash up the Houses of Parliament and those people there, instead of like fighting each other, we might actually have some change. But divide and conquer, you know, ancient Roman philosophy from day one. Anyways, yeah, we'll blame immigrants. Immigrants are blamed for everything. Of course they are. Of course they are. Yeah, look at the stats of home ownership and jobs, and yeah, fuck off. So yeah, I'm good at dealing with stress, but sometimes the little things just piss me off, and I just know once we get to 100k a month, which we're on anywhere from 80 to 88k per month at the moment. It varies. We've got a holiday park, we've got different consumable orders a month. Once we get to that kind of level, I know in myself, I'm going to say, right, we're at 1.2 mil, profit margins anywhere from 20 to 35% across the business. We're doing a few one-off bits, which are like 40-50% profit margin. Let's say the average is 20 to 25%. 20% of 1.2 mil, let's sort of do a bit for VAT though, is 200 grand, right? Clear, that's 200 grand, what, 18 grand a month ish net profit? That's enough. You know what I mean? Plus property, plus the consulting, plus I want to be doing a lot more events and public speaking. That's enough. You know, I'm not like, oh, I have to get to a certain level. You know what I'm like. So once we get to that level, I think that is when I'll step into automotive. And as I'm doing at the moment, as we are building, I'm still working on getting my ops manager to becoming the managing director one day. I want my sales manager to potentially have, well, I want him to be full-time. Now he's 25 hours, 30 hours a week, but I want him to be proper, you know, full-time, doing other bit. Yeah, I kind of want to build a team with these two. I think they're awesome. And then the supervisors we have, and then maybe another role. I don't think we need it, because I'll jump in and out. And I'm really looking forward to that stage, to be honest with you, because I've been hustling for 2.5 years, and you know, I go crazy. Like in property, I bought 15 properties in 9 months, and took a year and a bit to like get it all sorted out. I have my phases, you know, where I do the shit really fast, really quickly. Like I've done 0 to a mil in under 2.5 years in the cleaning business. I speak to people doing it 20 years, they're on 100 grand turnover, 200 grand turnover. I'm sorry, but life's too short. I mean, not to boast, but to say that come to my mastermind, don't I? And I just want to just get that level, enjoy it, and be like, you know what, I did it, I smashed it. What's next? Because I'm like that. I've got, you know, whatever ADHD, everyone's got, you know, some whatever. Clearly because I keep staring at the fucking clouds outside instead of talking to you. They are really pretty though, honestly. They're really pretty. And I want to do that, because that I'm definitely passionate about. And I know that when that level of income is coming in, because my next mortgage is going to be a lot of money. It's probably going to be £4,000 or £5,000 a month for my residential. Yeah. So yeah, you know, God willing, inshallah, we'll continue this way. And when we get to that point, we'll see what happens. And I think sometimes you just get tired of, I'm not saying I'm sitting there hustling 12 hours a day and I have no time to spend on my wife and I do this and no, not at all. Like, it's way more chill than that. But I think you just get tired sometimes of like pushing and moving the goalpost and growing and then investing in the bit. You know, I always say this, reinvesting. And where's your flipping profit? When do you get to enjoy it? Oh, when I'm 80, oh, let me get a portion of 11 when I'm 80. Fucking boring, man. So I think I'm just a bit tired of like that. And I respect the people who just do it for like 5-10 years in the same industry, and then, you know, but that's why I do it so quickly, and that's why I encourage people. I mentor at my events. I teach. When you pay me, I teach you the real fucking source. It is what it is. I can give it for free, am I? You guys get hours and hours of stuff for free about how to grow quickly, because I know how to do it. I've done it multiple times with multiple industries. My first ever business, we doubled every year in recruitment. I know how to do it. I just think life's too short to take forever. And is it unsustainable because it's quick? No. Does it burn a hole in your pocket sometimes in your cash reserves? Yes. Do you make less money sort of on this quick route? Yes. But then delayed gratification. And I have cash flow, I have cash, like I'm good, I don't need this to be a thing. But some people do need to be a thing, and that's why actually the quick route works for them. And it's tailored to what people need and what people want. So yeah, I think a break is due, some more holidays are due. You know, some Greek island hopping on a boat type ish, you know what I mean? A boat type shit. That's what I'm looking to do. And also just the government taxation and, you know, these unqualified, inexperienced, absolute fuck sponges. Just, you know, I for years and years I've not been sort of put down or dissuaded or annoyed by the government, probably because they were conservative and ignoring policies, because they're all racist, they all like to bomb innocent people, they all like to fund genocide, whatever. And all like to stoke tension between, oh, it's the immigrants, but we really is you lot, the government. Ignoring all that, the Conservatives are obviously there to support their rich mates. And I'm their rich mate, in the sense that it benefits me. So, but because it's Labour, I've forgotten, because I haven't had them for a while, like they're so anti-growth and making money and economy, they're fucking idiots. I mean, they all are, because Farage is any better. Etc, etc. But it just is really pissing me off. And I know we'll get through it and we'll live through it, but you know, you just think like, why do I want to grow to keep paying you HMRC? Because you get paid before I do. Why do I want to do that? You're not incentivizing me in the slightest. So yeah, I think I just want them to fuck off. Sorry guys, today's been a bit of a ranty podcast. I'm just annoyed. I've woken up with like a mad headache and everything, but this is the point of the podcast, people. So I hope that's been helpful, and I look forward to seeing you at the mastermind. Click the link in bio, people. Bye.